to part 3 of Quadrilaterals and Other Polygons series. This section lines up really well with part 2, so be sure to have watched that first. Let's get started. Things you will learn in this section are to identify and verify parallelograms using the many theorems in this series. You also need to be able to show that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram in a coordinate plane. Finding the side lanes of parallelograms and its diagonals is essential as well. The opposite sides parallel and congruent theorem is a new one introduced in this section to help prove quadrilaterals are parallelograms. At the end of this part, you will be equipped with at least 5 different ways to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, as listed here. The first one is to show that both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This is the definition of a parallelogram. If you want to show that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, you'll be using the parallelogram opposite sides converse. To prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram by showing that both pairs of opposite angles are congruent, it is the parallelogram opposite angles converse. To show that one pair of opposite sides are congruent and parallel is the opposite sides parallel and congruent theorem. Lastly, another way to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram is to show that the diagonals bisect each other. This is the parallelogram diagonals converse. This concludes the third part of this series. As always, feel free to email me with any comments, questions, or concerns. Happy studying!